The following footage is brought to you by WouldyouKindly.com.
As many of you know, I have been a long-time fan of the Final Fantasy series, and it seems like Square Enix has dropped the ball lately. I mean, Final Fantasy XIII would have been better if everyone didn't seem to cry about everything and the battle system wasn't completely crap. On top of that, Versus 13 looks so cool and amazing, but the fact is that that will never see the light of day. We'll probably get Final Fantasy XIII 4 before that even happens. But there's still a ray of hope. When Xenoblade came out in North America this year, it was pretty darn good, so maybe there's a chance that another game can come out and make me glad to be a JRPG fan, and it seems like we may have one. The Last Story. Considered to be the last great swan song for the Wii, can The Last Story live up to the hype, especially having the legendary Hironobu Sakaguchi and Nobu Uematsu working on the game? Find out if this is a game that you want to check out or one you want to shelf. Find out as the game machine starts now.
Barman, oi! Give me the strongest booze you've got.
If you are worried about this game falling into the other JRPG tropes that they usually do, then rest easy, as this is not the case. You play as Zale, who is part of a group of mercenaries. All of them have their own wants and desires, and sometimes they collide with one another. Such as Zale wanting to be a knight, Dagran wanting a better life, Serene, a girl who could outdrink a horse, and Lowell, who just wants to flirt with every woman he sees.
You've melted my battle-hardened heart. I feel like a new man.
Would you like to order a drink?
Just being near you fills me with light and magic and joy.
On top of that, you have politics, betrayal, war, and even romance, which keeps the story interesting, and you will care about the characters and their motivations. You will find it hard to stop playing because you want to find out what happens next. Even in the moments that take a break from the full story, such as side quests, they are never dull. The Last Story is a tale that might seem simple, but is so well done, you won't forget it.
It's beautiful.
The Last Story is probably one of the best looking games on the Wii. It has a neat style and fits well with the tone set in the game. While it isn't open world like Xenoblade, you will have different places you do explore, and are very well done. They have a lot of detail in the characters and the environments. Effects such as magic, among other things, looks amazing. Though the game seems to be pushing the Wii to its limits, there is some slowdown, but it doesn't bog down the game to the point of it being a problem. Also, the British voice acting is really well done and pulls you in. Nobu Uematsu of Final Fantasy fame lends his talents to the soundtrack, and expect to fall in love with it. It may not be in HD, but it definitely shows that you can make an amazing looking game on the Wii.
They might increase their defenses.
Most of the time, Japanese developers, it seems, try to come up with new ideas that fall flat, or never grasp the concepts that they try to take from Western developers. But what Mistwalker does with The Last Story is not only innovative, but it does it in the right ways. To simplify, this is a cover-based shooter with swords and sorcery. You can take cover and either attack, shoot enemies with your crossbow, and you can even issue your allies to do attacks. Zale has an ability called Gale, which when an ally summons a magic circle, he can defuse those, giving additional effects. He also has a Gather ability, which can be used to draw enemies' attention and revive fallen allies. Of course, you do learn new abilities along the way. You can even command allies to use magic on objects in the environment to take out certain enemies. There is more than one way to take out enemies or bosses, but the more efficiently you do it, the easier the battles will be. The only real issue I've had with combat is sometimes the camera got stuck or got in the way, or using the auto combat system, where Zale automatically attacks nearby enemies. I personally recommend changing the setting to manual for more of an enjoyable experience. You also find various gear throughout the land, and you can even color it the way you want. What is really a big surprise in the last story is the addition of online multiplayer. You and 5 others can go face to face in a deathmatch or team up online against many of the game's bosses. It can be fun at times, but this isn't going to be the main reason why you will be playing. On a side note, make sure to stock up on prank bananas. The sun is setting on the Wii, and many believe Nintendo cannot get original content. They haven't really been looking very hard. The last story is a standout game, and one that should not be overlooked, but sadly, it just might. If you're watching this review and you have a Wii and you want a great gameplay experience that is entertaining as well as innovative, then the last story should be in any gamer's collection. So till next time, game on, and watch out for banana peels.
Callista.